everybody, and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Crystal version 2. Today we are going to finish, we are going to climb further up the rocket-infested radio tower in the city of Goldenrod. And as always, I've got a question with this particular rocket that I'm fighting. The way he's positioned, he's facing the stairs upward as if to intercept you on your way up to the stairs. Now, I've always spoken to him from behind like this, so if you don't speak to him from behind and instead approach him the way I think you're supposed to approach him, is it possible that he would block off the stairs? That's one thing that's always been on my mind about this particular rocket. And, something kind of interesting I noticed about rockets in the remakes is that they're given purple hair. Kind of an interesting choice, but I do like purple, particularly on the shade of, the shade that is, I like purple, especially that color on that Rattata right there, but I tend to be more fond of lighter purples, like lavenders and stuff. And, I completely forgot. Well, it's a nice touch. At least I appreciate the color, but it seems odd. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. Nothing. And, and fighting off a scientist. The Steel-type Pokemon! And yay for Flame Wheel! Now, one thing, one piece of wisdom you might pick up, throughout, your time could be, that you don't truly learn to appreciate something until you lose it. And, I must say, I do have a recent experience where, it has certainly applied to me. See, the skin around my ankles has been dry for a while, and, honestly, it hasn't been bothering me, it just felt dry, and other than that, I couldn't really feel anything. But, my mom finally noticed and shoved a bottle of super moisturizing cream in my face and said, use this, make your feet not as dry. And, oh my gosh, I did not realize just how much feeling I had lost in the dry areas of my feet until I started using that lotion, because like once it started kicking in, I was like, huh, that is the feeling of my blood pumping through my veins on my feet. I should have gotten lotion a lot sooner. But thankfully my feet are nice and happy, and they do also enjoy their lotion baths. They're thrice daily lotion applications. That's one thing I've had trouble with, like, I can't quite roll my R's, and I really want to do that because I have a funny little thing in mind for a game that I could possibly do later if I get the dough to get the thing to record the thing. But it involves donning a Spanish accent and learning how to roll my R's, which I have not quite mastered at this point. So, if any of you do know how to roll your R's, could you type it out in advice for me? Like, be as descriptive as you possibly can. What happens with your tongue when you're rolling your R. And if in... oh my gosh, I need to take a drink. Ugh. And, brand new Pokemon, Porygon, normal type, weak to fighting attacks, the first ever scientifically created Pokemon, in the Pokédex order, at least. I don't know if Porygon predated Mewtwo any, but, yeah. And, as you saw, it had this move called Conversion, which changed its type. I don't know how it works. I don't understand Porygon. I kinda, maybe, like its coloring, but, the moves make my mind go... And here is a guy, pretending to be the director. Lovely, and what was it, now, in the remakes, this guy is, was he the director? Well, he has purple hair in the remakes, and he has his own individual, in battle sprite and stuff, so, yeah. And, his team is pretty much coughing, wheezing. So, prepare to be blown up in the face a lot. And, back to the topic about, rolling R's. And, if in taking the effort to try to describe what you're doing when you're rolling your R's makes you suddenly forget how to do it, I do apologize. And in retaliation, I would like to remind you all of the fact that you are breathing. And that you blink. And that you have a tongue in your mouth. And you are currently listening to the sound of my voice. You're welcome. I'm not too big of a troll, but I do like to occasionally indulge in trollish humor. In case you haven't gathered from previous parts I've done. But, another thing I'm gonna note, When it comes to LPs, I kinda like to think of each and every different game being its own thing to stand alone. So, I'm not gonna care too much about the continuity of what I say between different LPs. Partially because I'm not gonna be able to remember every single thing that happens between LPs. Yay! Yay! Inattentive memory span. Yeah, so if I get redundant after a while of doing LPs, I do so apologize. And do correct me when I start getting redundant about things I've talked about in LPs. I'll try to remember to avoid talking about them in future things. And, let's see. Now, okay, I've got a topic in mind, but I think I've already talked about it. I do believe that Weezing is his last Pokemon though, so yay. I'm trying to stick to Fly so that, if it does go Curse Blowed, it won't, harm me. And, I don't fight these bosses nearly enough to memorize their movesets, and I don't care to memorize their movesets. Because, at least for the way I play, knowing their type disadvantages is enough for me to get by. And, a lot of the time I barely feel a challenge, even when, the Pokemon is, powerful. Oh, nope, not the last Pokemon. Nope. Even when the Pokemon is powerful enough that it logically should be giving me a challenge, it's just... either I'm so detached from emotions that my sense of challenge is a bit dulled to what should normally be a challenge, or I'm just so calm and collected that it takes a lot for me to even feel anything as a challenge. But, yeah, and that's one thing that could drive me bonkers about the games these days is that one thing I'll comment Gen 5 on is oh, and here we are going to the basement to use the basement key that the imposter just gave us. Why he gave it to us, I don't know. You're a full-grown adult, dude. Why are you giving this kid that just beat you a key? Is it law or something that if you're beaten by somebody in a Pokemon battle, you have to submit to their will? What? But, surprise rival battle! Certainly not as surprising as a surprise strip scene. Yes, I am not going to shut up about that. At least not so long as the rival pops up. Shoot, I forgot where I was going. I love Gen 5, I love Gen 5, I love Gen 5, I love Gen 5. Consider that a condensing of any time I delve into Gen 5. So that you can just skip over anytime I start gushing about Gen 5. And I do apologize if I'm gushing over Gen 5 too much. I should probably more likely be more commenting about my opinions on Gen 2, but there's not much that really stands out on Gen 2 to me, other than the freaking low levels and the constant cheating of the computers with having underleveled Pokemon. Yay! Maya dies again! Twice in a video! Congratulations! So now it's up to the least likely candidate to defeat this Golbat. Huzzah! And speaking of the lotion earlier, no, I'm not gonna bring up anything that's possibly gross again, but I applied some of the lotion just before I started commenting on this part, and because of that I'm leaving my feet exposed so that the lotion can be absorbed into my skin without it getting stuck to any cloth or anything, so my tootsies are cold. They're so cold. It's sending a shiver up my spine. I want the warm relief of a sock, or to be able to put this blanket which is currently over my legs, over my feet. But I cannot, because if I do, the lotion shall get all over my blanket, and that will make the blanket messy, and I will have to put it through the wash, and we do not do the wash unless it is Sunday in this house. My feet are cold. So cold. So cold. But honestly, I'm just over-exaggerating. Something kind of amazing and just letting my mind dive into that place. I swear my feet were getting colder. But gear. Blanket, stop dripping down to my feet and taking off the feet. Stop colliding with the bars in my desk and keep the lotion on the dry skin, damn it! Or else it gets the skin. I have no idea where that's from. I kind of live under a rock when it comes to a lot of things, so I'll hear a lot of things out of context and then not realize where they came from until much later. Like that scene in Ghostbusters where they were talking with the thing that summoned the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man as the Great Destructor, was it? But that scene before the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was summoned, I had heard the entire scene completely out of context, and one sign of a good joke is that you can hear it completely out of context and it'll still make sense and still make you laugh, which it did. But by the time I had actually seen Ghostbusters in full context, I watched it and was like, oh my gosh, all the good jokes in this movie have been spoiled. I cannot fully appreciate this movie as it should have been, and that made me sad face. Cause like a Phoenix Wrong skit. I forget if it was the movie or not, but basically it quoted that scene completely, and I laughed my ass off, and now I'm like, oh, I can't laugh at that scene in the movie anymore, like I should have. Damn it. But with the defeat of our rival, I am going to sign off. I will see you guys next time as we find the director. See you guys then!